What's up, guys? It's your boy Turk here, doing another video, playing some more CSGO. Today we're going to be going over some tips and tricks, starting off the series with Dust2, as it is the most popular map by viewers' choice. And I don't really understand why, so yeah. But we're going to have a huge series on all the main maps that people play these days. So first things first, I'm going to come out of CT spawn. These are all going to be CT sided, by the way. Let me buy some grenades here. Typically, I buy a smoke, 2 flashes, and a incinerating. So first things first, I come over to these cars. Take a smoke, I'm going to throw it over. And then if you guys look where this smoke goes, typically it goes right about there. And this is going to stop all your oppers or players rushing long. But at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a flash over the wall, and then I'll move on to where I want to play this spot at. And typically, I'll play it right about here, and just kind of peek a little bit. But my favorite spot is right here. You're a headshot if they can pull it off, but typically they don't headshot you. But that's a good place to play. Now, if I'm over here, right, and they're already in that area, right, and let's say I'm right about here. You know, they're right there, and I'm right here. What I'll do is I'll turn, and I'll throw a splash, just like that. I'll walk backwards, and I'm going to get some pick shots. I'm going to try to at least damage someone. And that's how I would do it, just to, you know, just keep people from killing me. Another thing is that you can do is if you want to flash, or if you want to smoke long doors again, and let's say another spot that I would like to play typically is right over here, and you're already on site, but you don't want to go all the way too long. I play like this. I'll jump up, I'll peek, I'll jump up, and then I'll drop, and then I'll peek, and it's just a continuous pattern that you can do. There's a bunch of spots on this map, but we're going to go ahead and pick up an op here. So if I'm opping long, typically what I'll do is I'll throw a smoke like this.
Laying down smoke.
And miss this jump. But basically, you can come back here and you basically go kind of like this, and you'll get up here. And it's kind of a hard opping position, but if you're good with the game, you should be able to pull off these shots. And basically, all I'm doing is playing for contrast between the wall and the smoke. The wall, the smoke, and basically the wall and the floor smoke is basically I'm looking for contrast differences to players. And the same thing goes for cat. Well, as you guys can tell, you can obviously blink cat, and I'll play just like this because anybody coming CT is not going to see me, so it keeps me alive longer. Another thing you can do is throw a smoke like this, and I'll typically come out, and I'll aim like this, and I missed that shot by a long shot. And I'll play like this. I'll go to the edge of the smoke, I'll shoot, I'll go back, go into the smoke, come back out, shoot, go back in and out of the smoke. So yeah, that's typically how I would do that. So now we're going to head over to B bomb site and CT. Now these are the two things. I typically wouldn't smoke mid if you're opping, but if you're not if you're not opping, what I would do is I take a smoke, I aim it at this window, it bounces off, it's going to go bounce off the boxes onto the cat, off of cat, and onto the mid, and then I'll do a flashbang. It's basically the same way. And then I'm going to come through B doors if I know they're not there, and I'll flash like this, and just like before, I'll back up with the flash, and if I can get up here, I'll play like this. I'll peek this box, kind of crouched. It can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending if they pre-aim you or not, depending on your rank, and if they're good enough to know that you're going to play there. Because typically, you're going to be a harder target for them to hit, because they're typically going to look for back of sight instead of that little box. So I'm a little tiny target, and they're not really going to aim there, because they're mostly aimed about that back spot right over in that area. Now, I think the best way to play this is, especially with op, With an op, you can play like this, and you can play like that. And I missed that shot, did I? No, I don't think I missed my shot. No, I didn't. I'll play like this, and basically what I'll do is I'll strafe out, shoot, and come back in, and then I'll strafe back out, fake a strafe, my bad, and then I'll shoot again, and then I'll throw an incendiary. Just to keep it off long enough for me to get back into a better spot. Now, another thing you can do is take a smoke and smoke off right there by the staircase, jump up, and there's a little tiny window right about there. Don't ever jump shot. I don't know why I was doing this. You can actually see right to that box, and if they're behind that box and they're trying to peek it, you can get a good headshot on them, typically. Now, another thing I'll do is if I pop a smoke off here and they're coming mid, what I'll do is I'll throw a flash at this window without peeking past that door. And I'll do this, and then I'll let it burst off, and then I'm going to jump out. And as I'm just going to demonstrate what it does, is it'll come out right here, and it's going to pop off, and it'll hit anybody wide angled on the doors, mid doors, and CT. So if I do it again for you guys, it's going to bounce off, and what I'll do is I'm going to come out here, and I'm going to play like this. I'm going to peek, and shoot like this, and I completely missed that. But peek like this, get people coming mid doors, or another way you can do it is come out and do a strafe motion. If you're pretty good at that, you should be able to hit those shots. So yeah. Now, as far as that goes, I don't really have too much T-sided for you guys. There's not really much you can do as far as T-side goes. I mean, it's all about your playstyle and how you attack the bomb sites. I mean, if you guys would like to see some T stuff that I do, let me know in the comments below. I would not mind doing that. So, if you're opping and you're going to go through, what I'll do is I'll peek the door like this. I go all the way to the back wall, and I peek it just like this, because it's a whole lot harder for them to hit me through the door. And I get that wide, or that little tiny angle where I can hit people. And typically, another thing you can do is I'll have my other player jump out like that, and then I'll come back to the mid, and he can tell me which side they're on, and I can play either or. Now, another thing you can do is if you don't want to peek, what you can do is if you can aim pretty well and you can figure out where that aim spot is, you know, you could kind of strafe out and shoot like that and just pop shot, and that'll scare most players if they're not very high levels. Or you can, you know, shoot like this and try to hit that weird angle. It's hard to do. If you can do it, you're pretty good at opping. I do it sometimes, not all the time. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please rate, like, subscribe, and comment. And please, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.